Hello, and welcome to City of Swan Library's Pixel Art course. My name's Rin, and I'll be your teacher. I'm a game developer, and I'm currently making a game called Acrylica. And I'm also in charge of Perth Games Festival 2020. Let's take a look at the program we're going to be using for our pixel art. Before we start, I'd like to say it's alright to pause and play with all the shiny new things, and rewind if you miss something. Let's open it up. Type into your browser www.piscolapp.com and click Create Sprite. Your starting screen should look like this. Let's go through the tools you can use. This is the pen tool, and the most important tool you'll use for drawing your art. The vertical mirror tool is like the pen tool, but it splits your screen into two, and each side mirrors the other. This tool is great for creating perfectly symmetric drawings. The paint bucket tool is used for filling spaces of the same color, and can be used on color and transparent areas. This tool lets you recolor pixels that are the same, no matter where they are in the drawing. The eraser tool will erase the color and turn it back into a transparent background. The stroke tool lets you make perfectly straight lines, and if you hold Shift, it'll snap to an angle, like this. You can use the rectangle tool to make squares and rectangles. For squares with equal sides, hold Shift while using it. This is the circle tool. To make perfectly round circles, you can hold Shift while using it. This tool lets you move the entire drawing, though you'll need to be careful. If you move parts of the drawing off the canvas, it'll forget the pixels exist. This tool lets you select a certain piece of your drawing to only work on that bit. This is like the shape selection, but selects in the shape of a rectangle. The lasso tool lets you make a selection like you were tying a bit of rope around the piece you want to work on. You need to remember to connect the end to the start, or it might select bits you don't want it to. This tool lets you lighten pixels instead of manually selecting colors each time. The dithering tool switches between the two colors you have down here. Most people use it for making shadows and textures. The color picker lets you pick a color from anywhere in the canvas. This is the color selector. You can see here you can switch between the two colors, and if you click here you can pick a new color. Right down here you can see this symbol. This will bring up a guide of the keyboard shortcuts that can make working quicker, but they can be a bit much to learn all at once. I mostly use P for pen, E for eraser, and Ctrl Z to undo the last change I made. Here you'll see it says frames, and it's used for making animations. I won't go into it too much because we'll be covering animating in its own video. Over here, this is the viewport, and it's used to see what your drawing looks like a little shrunk down, like pixel art's normally seen. Down here, these are more tools for animating, but we'll leave it right now. You won't need it to make a normal drawing. Layers are like painting on a plastic sheet. It's mostly used for details, and for when you might want to go back and change things. For example, I have this spaghetti. I have the spaghetti on a different layer to the plate, but I want to change the color of the plate. I can select the plate layer and fill it underneath the spaghetti. Here you can see the controls for layers. This button adds a layer. This one moves the currently selected layer up. This one moves it down. This one can edit the layer name. And this one will merge the top layer with the layer below it. And this one will delete the layer that is currently selected. These tools here let you play with the total image. Flip will reverse the image, rotate it will rotate it anti-clockwise. Cloning isn't really important right now, I'll cover it when we do animation. And centering the drawing will bring it into the center of the canvas. It's already in the center, but you can see if I move it up there and click center, it'll bring it back down into the middle. This is the color palette. It will track which colors you've got on the canvas, and will also let you select your pen color from them. So now we're coming towards the end of this video, and you've got all these shiny new tools to play with, so I'm going to give you a little assignment. I'd like you to make yourself. You can draw yourself one of three ways: full body, half body, or just headshot. Get creative with it. I'd like you to use a 32 by 32 pixel canvas, which you can change if it's not 32 by 32 here under resize. And here's the tough bit. You have a limit of 8 colours max, including black if you're using it. You can keep an eye on all the colours you've used under the palettes tab here. It's important you follow the colour maximum, and I'll explain why I've asked you to do this in the next video. Now you might be wondering what to do with your new pixel self-portrait. Well, I'd like you to share it with me. I've set up a Discord server so you can join to share your work, and I'll be there too if you have any other questions for me. You can join it with this link, and after you agree to the rules, you can use it to chat and hang out with the other people that watch this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.